it's Mrs. B again. Have I ever told you that I'm playing the drums? No? Maybe it's because I don't play the drums. I can't play at all. You know, if I would play, it sounds like that. That's not really good. But sometimes if you want to tell a nice story, you can make something up. And today we will talk about how to write a nice story, and I will show you what kind of stories you can write and what's important to keep in mind when you write a story. Here I have a summary of the last creative writings, so let's have a look at that. We have stories, they are always very common, and we have diary entries. That's what they always use, and let's have a look. So last year, 2019, that wasn't really an exciting one, so hopefully there's one coming up again this year. Then we have one in 2018, it was the most exciting day of my school life. That could have been the trip to London, yeah, while you did your trip to Eastbourne. Then we had 2017, have a look. Last night I had a dream I was invisible. You could have been in London and you could have seen the Queen. Then you have something here, so we will never know what really happened. That could have been in London. And you don't believe me, but today something really cool happened to me. Ooh, wow, I met the Queen in London. Yesterday I was walking along the River Thames when I found a message in the bottle, and it was written by the Queen, whatever. And here you have to be creative. A long flight means you come from Los Angeles and then you go to London. So you can be prepared. That's what I want to show you. So you can go, back to London in your mind, and you go through all the sites and the street names and the places and sites and the Queen, and then you just pick the topic, yeah? But if you are prepared for London, you can put nearly every story back to London. Also works for New York, also works for Sydney, but if you are prepared, you save a lot of time, because then you already know what you're talking about, yeah? One time you are invisible, one time it was a big surprise, one time you met somebody, one time you found a message in the bottle. So the other thing that they always have is the applications. We will do the applications next week. I will show that again to you how that works. And for example, in 2019, you could have used that, because here you have to present yourself. That means if you write, I'm a reliable person, blah, blah, blah. So then in 2018, it was a summer camp application, and it's always more or less the same. 2017, it was a dog sitter application. When you want to write a story, I would always recommend you to write a draft. That means when you have to do some changes, you can always change that, and then at the very end, you can write it down in a very neat way. So this is the first thing I would advise. Take that green sheet of paper and write a draft, okay? I can give you 6 points for Inhalt and 12 points for Sprache. So altogether you get 18 points in the final exam, and that is really a lot. Let's have a look what they need for the content. So the first question is it about the topic? Yeah, is it really what they want to have? Then, for example, the logical order. Does it make sense, your story? Is it creative? Do you have facts here? Yeah, that's what I can give you. I can give you 6 points for those things. Then I have 12 points, and the language, I would like to make sure, check the tense. Most of the stories are written in simple past. That means I would suggest that you underline the verbs. That's always a good thing. Then you need some special words like incredible. And you need maybe some linking words. Let's put them in here, linking words. For example, then, suddenly, finally. Those are good to use. Facts, that's what I told you about London. You can take London, you can take New York, any city really. If you had a nice Eurocom, you can use the information. You have to keep 120 words. I would not go below 120 because it's hard to write a story with less than 100 words. I have a range for you, and the range is 100 to 160. So I can give you full points between 100 and 160 points. If you write less than 100, I have to take 1.5 points off. If you write more than 160, I also have to take some points off. The more you write, the more points I have to take off. So try to stay between 120 and 150 words, and then you're on the safe side. And then you can, when you have counted your words and say, yeah, that is perfect, then you change, you add your changes. That's why you have a draft. Yeah, that is the good thing. So you change it and then you write it, and then it's perfect. I might not be very good at playing the drums, but I'm very good with those. So everybody has something he or she is good at.